Hey guys, it's me, the Prez. I forgot my name for a sec. Big night last night. Carmine Bianco already laughing at me. Andrew McGinnis joining us, and thanks to all you guys for sitting in that chat room and waiting us out. Let's start with you, Andrew, right off the bat. How are you feeling? Tell us what the hell happened. Usually you should turn your mic on when you do.
Your mic.
Yeah. So, Carm, while Andrew
I was about to say, thanks for waiting for me like you usually do, Prez. So I guess some things never change in life. But I appreciate it, like always, all the support on Twitter and everybody in the Puck Time chat rooms. I appreciate it. I was supposed to get at least one knee scope surgery. That happened, and they were possibly going to do a second surgery. While they were in there, they didn't have to do it, so that was kind of exciting. It was kind of a weird feeling to wake up and not know, what was exactly done, what they did. But I don't know about you guys. It was the first time I ever had anything like that done, and it was a really weird feeling, honestly. I'm asking them about how it works when I go to sleep, and 20 seconds later, I feel like I just woke up in a different room, and they said it's been 4 hours. So
yeah,
it's a weird feeling, but it. The wake up call was yesterday night, really, honestly, guys, when my girlfriend's out with her friends, all my buddies are out with the guys, and I'm just in bed with my leg up watching sports. But I swear to God, I've probably had the best betting run personally I've had in probably about 6 months since I had the surgery. I hit a 6-team parlay yesterday, so. Maybe I'll just keep on these pills because they're doing something good for me.
Well, listen, congratulations on hitting your 16 parlay and smack you upside the head for placing it in the first damn place. Carmine
he says the same thing to me. So yeah.
Yeah, Carmine Bianco, you made a 16 parlay from me on Thursday night using my login to my sports book. And every game was canceled. So you did better betting a parlay in my sports book than I did.
No, not every game canceled. The 2 NHL games won.
Yes.
And the four MLS soccer games all canceled or postponed, because of the protests. So you still did win your parlay. It was a 6-teamer, which only paid out on 2 teams. So at the end of the day, you won.
Way to go, baby. Guys, welcome to Puck Time, our first ever Saturday edition. We're going to be going on the weekends from here on in, but just to give everybody a heads up, a little mess on tomorrow. We thought there was only one game tomorrow. The NHL just keeps changing the schedule around. So we canceled tomorrow's show, thinking we'll do the Colorado game today, and then we noticed that there's 2 more games just added. But we're not going to make the head office run around and change everything back. So no show tomorrow. We're going to take apart all 3 games today, plus the Colorado game for tomorrow. But we will be back next week. We'll go every weekend until the end of the season, so long as there are games. And I really appreciate all of you guys. 88 people on right now. It means the world to me. John Wood writes, love this show, win or lose. I appreciate the info. John, I can't thank you enough for that. How are you, Villius? Scott Lafredo, what's going on, brother? Jerry Parker, thanks for hitting that like button. Jesus, that stuff, man. It means the world. Toma888, thank you, my friend. Gene Goose, he likes the Boston Bruins first period. I actually think that's a smart bet. He also is cheering for Vegas Golden Knights. Matt Lawrence, how are you, brother? Chris and Good, what's up? Talisman, Elliot, God, man. Chris Cunningham, Matt Fenton. Kenny Varner, once you get there, you lose the T. I don't know what he's talking about, but I can't thank you guys enough for logging in. Make sure to watch First Pitch. Andrew, there's a First Pitch today.
Yeah, the boys are going again. I gotta give credit to Dave. I think Dave's trying to break some records here with consecutive days featured on a show. I think he's almost gone more than 40 days now, being on at least one show. So First Pitch continues to go.
Ask.
You know, in 40 days of shows that he's done, which is absolutely phenomenal, only one person has been able to tilt Dave on his show, and that was Prez this past week.
Oh yeah, he swore actually.
I haven't heard
was that about asking about they're gonna play and stuff like that? He was getting mad because he doesn't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, pretty much.
No idea. Hey, Jay Yacht. He suggests. Oh no, Scott Lafredo says watch Cobra Kai on Netflix, and Scott, I'm in, man. Like I give recommendations to all of you guys all the time. I was a Karate Kid fanatic when I was about 5. So I'll give it a go. And it does look funny. I have seen some highlights, that's for sure. Okay, boys. Prez, who cares? Keep interrupting Dave's. Yeah, that's my plan, Jay Yacht. I love bothering that guy. Okay, let's get into the first game. It starts in literally 50 minutes. Tampa Bay, Boston Bruins, super interesting game here, guys. I mean, look, here's my take on it. Tampa Bay is a better team. Tampa Bay should win the series, but, these better teams aren't going to win every game in the series. And one thing I know about Boston is this is a proud team full of veterans, and they just came off, I mean, I would say in memory, the most humiliating loss playoff-wise that this team has had to face. I'm weary, man. I'm weary to play Tampa Bay, even though I think they're going to get it done. I just think this is maybe a stay away game. I do like the over. I think we're going to get goals scored. I like the over in every game in this series. But sidewise, Andrew, I'll go to you first. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, I think it's now 6 straight overs, and a lot of that has to do with empty net goals. I think, the past, 10 games maybe we'll be seeing an empty net goal, and I think because of that, it's also seeing teams pull their goalies with 3 to 4 minutes to go in the game, like Carmine mentioned, I think on last week's show. As far as the side goes, I think what was happening with, I will say that the pause or the couple of days off, I'll phrase it that way, benefits the Boston Bruins because the momentum that Tampa Bay would have had after that game is just unmatched. Right. You can't. It's storyline worthy. And now for the Bruins to have the great coaching staff they have the veteran leadership, like you said, Prez, that they have to get some time to circle back, I think it really does benefit them. We can really talk about this with any sport and with a lot of teams, but I think the team that it benefits the most in this playoffs and the most situational spot is definitely the Boston Bruins. It's kind of like in the regular season. If you're coming off a tough loss, off a back-to-back, you might kind of wonder, or a losing streak. Like Carmine would say, you want to stay clear of that team. But even just a couple days without seeing this team hit the ice, it's a complete reset. Your mind is completely distracted on different things, and you're right back out there playing hockey. And I would say this is a huge game for the Boston Bruins. As I looked at these series, right, and it was so.
Yeah, Andrew McGinnis, you're having
every series this happens, but whichever team wins game one, the other everyone always says, okay, the other team, and I guarantee you, right when that second team responds and starts to play well again, like Tampa did, then all of a sudden it was now Tampa's going to be the better team. So I think Boston respond. I think we see over 5.5
Andrew's volume is a mess, but we got the over out of his mouth, so that's he's on the same page as I am. I mean, I know you like Tampa Bay. Do you like them today?
It's tough. I could have made a case for Boston if the game was played as regularly scheduled. I could have made a case for Boston off that 7-1 embarrassment to come back and play a really good game 4. But the fact is, that was played on the 26th. We had a couple off days. It's no longer fresh in their memories. As much as hard as that seems, it's only 3 days ago that game happened. there's a hell of a lot more that's gone on that's distracting these players. And they would have wanted to get right back on the ice after losing 7-1 to make amends. So for me, this is game 4 is like a game 1, essentially for me. It's almost like a start of a series. It feels like anyways. I do think there's going to be some goals here. The thing with the Bruins is I honestly feel like this is, and this has no effect on today's game, this series is literally their last kick at the can with this team. Okay, you look at some of the guys on the team, and you have Bergeron's 35.
Chara's 73.
You have Marchand's 32. Okay, but still
expiring contracts too.
43 years old for Chara. So a lot of these guys, I hate to say it, could be. They're waiting for this young talent on the team to develop, and it likely would. But for a lot of these guys, they've got like maybe a year left in them. I hate to say it, at their full skill level. You know what I mean? Some of these guys can hang around. You see it all the time. A guy plays to 38, 39, but he's never the guy that he was when he was 31 or 30 or 29. So, that's the thing there. It's one of those things. But this Bruins team is a good team. But I'm telling you, I think Tampa getting through that series with Columbus, that was for them. That was that little mound or roadblock in the road. That it was a mental thing for them. They got by them, and they lost to the Bruins in game 1, but they've looked pretty good in game 2. Their puck possession going through the neutral zone and into Boston zone is I just love it. This quick passing, they gain that the Bruins defensive zone really well. They're playing really well right now. It doesn't mean that the Bruins can't come out and beat them today, but I'm going to stick with a team that I think is better here, and that team is Tampa Bay. So it's one of those things where sometimes we hang on to a team because they were in the Stanley Cup last year, because they're first in the standings. That doesn't, when you get into a playoff series, I hate to say it, but that means absolutely squat. It did for Tampa last year. And it could very well be the same thing with Boston this year.
I'm glad you mentioned the word squat, because it reminded me of something I wanted to talk about a few days ago. We'll get there in a sec. Hey, Stefan, Jake Horowitz, I haven't seen you in a while. Isaac Kim with a thumbs up. Anthony Filo. Bruins will put Curley back in lineup, blah, 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 70. Some Andrew McGinnis guy. Scott Brown, what's up, dude? Yeah, Vasilevsky, wow, what a goalie. And I don't know if he's on a mission. I think they're all on a mission, frankly. It's hard to win that Stanley Cup. But anyway, what I wanted to mention about squat was, like, a few days ago, somebody put in the chat room squatoosh. Carm, I'm glad you didn't use that term. I want that term completely banned from our show. That guy, Norman Chad, who coined squatoosh, if you will, he literally has 10 months to prepare for the World Series of Poker every year, and it is the same jokes every single year. But they work. He's unlistenable to. Like, you have 10 months. 10 months. Hire some comedians to write you some stuff. Like, it's not that hard. It really is not that hard to come up with jokes about poker. And, man, it's the same shit every year with that guy. Lon McCarron's.
I believe he actually is a comedian. Is he not? I'm pretty sure he is.
But, yeah. No squadouche allowed on our show. Anthony M. shouting out the late Chadwick. Yeah, man, that I was out last night. I was absolutely shocked that he died. 43 years old. I didn't even know he was fighting cancer. Did any of you guys?
I didn't. Well, I saw that last night and showed the tweet on to my wife, and she was quite surprised as well too. She's like, I didn't even know he was sick, right? So colon cancer, it was stage 3, right? I'm surprised he fought it for 4 years, right? So obviously it's a sad thing.
I mean, it's just shocking, man. It reminded me of the Spartacus, the first guy who played Spartacus, and he died as well. right in the middle of that series. Anyway, shout out to his entire family. Rest in peace, and I'm sorry for your news. It was really shocking. He's an incredible actor, a young star in the making, and his light has been snuffed out. New York Islanders, Philadelphia. Man, Carm, New York Islanders, this is a pick'em game, minus 115 to the Islanders, over and under 5, and I like the Islanders here, man. I mean, my attitude, honestly, is, and we spoke about this a few days ago, they really made a hell of a comeback against Philadelphia, and I think they're coming into this game thinking, hey, we stunk for one period. One period. Other than that, we've dominated this team. We've dominated this team all year. I think we're going to see them come back. I think they're going to win this game. And I do like under the total. I think Philly's going to struggle to score, Carm.
I'm quite surprised when I look at the total. I see it at 5, but I'm surprised that and I know Andrew will probably chime in on this with 5s, but that it's a good total for overs. But I see the over is minus 120 and the under is even money. And I'm surprised. I would think that the juice should have been likely on the under here myself. The Islanders only played one bad period. And here's the thing is, we keep saying, I think I said it on the Wednesday or Thursday show about the Islanders. People look at a team and they're not winning, for lack of a better word, the sexy way. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're like, eventually this team is going to run out of gas. And this is the thing is the Islanders have played like this all season. Torts has this team, Trots or whatever you want to call them, has this team. They play the same. When you have a team that plays a very good defensive style throughout the season, not just before the pandemic started, they couldn't stop a puck. They allowed 30 goals in
but it was only about 11 games before that they were really stinking it up.
Yeah. But when you have a team that knows how to play defense throughout the season, that's the kind of team I looked at to back in the playoffs, because they're no longer an offensive team that needs to find a way to play defensive in the playoffs where you need to win. You look at last team's finalists, Boston and St. Louis. They weren't teams that when you think of offensive juggernauts, you're like, ooh, St. Louis. Oh, I'm going to play their overs. Oh, Boston, I'm going to play their overs. No, you don't. Give me a defensive team anytime that plays well defensively in the playoffs. And this is the thing with the Islanders. 5-on-5, they've been absolutely phenomenal. These playoffs, they had brain freeze or whatever you want to call it in the first period where the Flyers got on them early. But if the Islanders come out and the Islanders get a lead in this game, they can absolutely play lock it down defense. And even though the juice is on the over here, I'm still going to lean with the under, because it's one of those things where if I'm going to back the Islanders, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to
be 2-1 with an empty netter to make 3-1. So grab them on the puck line, boys. Andrew, where are you at?
The audio.
The audio. You just kicked into deep voice Andrew, man. You're going to do some sex talk later? Well, Andrew, I'm not kidding you. I think this is the first time you've ever used that microphone, because your voice is a whole different ball game right now.
I just changed something, so I must have changed it for the better. I'm not really sure what I did, but as far as this game goes, I have the exact same feelings that you guys have, and Carmine's talking with me about probably like the 5s. It's true. However, even with these games, Carmine, with the 5 as a total, I've still been in-gaming them. Just because I know we're going to have a low-scoring start to the set, we're constantly seeing a higher-scoring third, whether it's an empty netter or whether it's a desperation goal in the third period. The way I really see it is the exact same way you guys broke it down, is the fact that Philadelphia played their best hockey that they've played so far this playoffs, and it still was just barely enough. I mean, it was just barely enough, and that's what it really has to tell us. The consistency is what we can see from this New York Islanders team, and the fact that every single day we don't really know who the star is going to be. Is it going to be Beauvillier? Is it going to be Pajot? Is it going to be Anders Lee? those guys aren't, making the highlight reel on TSN every night or ESPN. Barzal, yeah, but I'm saying those are like kind of like the undercover stars. You know what I mean? Everyone knows how good Barzal is. So I think it's a great price. I will say, though, as much as I always say I don't want to eat too much juice, I am on the first period under -140. These teams just go back to playing that style of slow hockey. They're going to start off really hesitant, 2 great goaltenders. I think it's worth a wager, even at that price. So I like the Islanders, and before anything starts, I know that Carmen and I probably, keep talking about it. I've talked about it more than him, and he has a way better number than I do. But I took the Islanders plus 400 to win the East just a couple of days ago. So I now have them to win the Cup 19-1 and the East, and I think Carmine has them at 1,000 to 1. 40 to 1.
No. I got them
at. Carmine, would you agree, though? I mean, plus 400 right now. I think that was, it's unbelievable. Tampa's like plus 135. That's a bad price.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I've got the Islanders at 40 to 1 to win the Cup. I took them a few days before we did that show, me, you, and Koken. In previewing the NHL, so I'm sticking with it right now. I can hedge it if they make it to the conference finals. Start hedging back a little bit because if they make it to the conference finals, whether they play Tampa Bay or Boston, that series price isn't going to be more than -130, -140 for whoever is favored in that series. So there's an easy hedge there, I believe, and then if they make it into the finals, we'll work on a hedge again. The one thing about the Flyers is you look at a guy, and when you're looking at scores, Claude Giroux, he's on the number 1 line. The guy has 5 points.
Yeah, he's
no
been
goals.
Terrible these playoffs.
Yeah, no goals.
Yeah. Well, so maybe he's about to break out. Who knows? Carmine Bianco, Andrew McGinnis with us. I am Lawrence Presman. You're watching Puck Time. First ever weekend edition. Guys, we are not doing a show tomorrow. My mess up, but we'll be back on Monday, and we will be doing weekend shows from here on in. Big day today, though. We've got first pitch live later on today. What time, Andrew? 1 o'clock Eastern or 2 o'clock Eastern? And Andrew's mic is gone. Actually, I think it's at noon Eastern. And then we have...
Directly following the show.
Directly following the show. And then we have, guys, 6 p.m. Eastern. One of you guys asked about our UFC show. We are in-game betting the UFC tonight. Andy Lang hosting the UFC in-game show. It has been an unbelievable run with that show. So many people are logging in. I think we had 400 or 500 live last week. So guys, absolutely check that out. Black John Snow, a great name. I appreciate your shout out. What else is going on? Matt Lawrence, what are you talking about? Anybody got best bets for today? Chuck, yeah, that's what we do, bro.
In the UFC, Prez, I actually have a 4% play up, and I'm on a 10-2 run with my UFC 4% plays. So I don't make a lot of them, but over 30% bankroll increase in just the past 2 months.
I know your play.
There you go, boys. Head over to WagerTalk.com and pick up Andrew's UFC play for today.
Screw that. I'll just give it out for free.
No, don't do that.
Prez probably knows what it is.
Yeah, well, I have full admin access to the back end. Guys, Carmine Bianco is 2 bets up at WagerTalk.com for today in hockey. I have 1 bet up today in hockey. I'm on my hockey playoffs have been ridiculous. And I want everybody to know I talk a lot about Team Prez, how I got a group of guys that helped me put my picks together. That excludes hockey and NFL. Hockey and NFL are literally 100% handicapped by me and 10% by Carm. What would you say? Well, I basically call you and I'm like, I like this, I like that, I like this. So is it like 80-20?
Yeah. I'll give you 20%. Yeah, I'll take 80. That's
Nice.
good.
We'll go with that.
But
do any of you have a free pick on the Central Arkansas Austin P game tonight? I don't. But enjoy the game, Matt Fenton. Over 45 and a half. That is Talisman likes there. So there you go. Talisman gave you a free pick. And yeah, Richie Rich. He challenged us to ask him any question about oil. So Richie Rich, here's my oil question for you. Which oil is the best to use on my woman? Okay. Next game.
Grapeseed.
I await your answer. Vegas Golden Knights, Vancouver, Vegas minus 210. I can't bet that. I like them in regulation. I like the over. I think we're going to get a bunch of goals. The speed on the ice is absurd. Carm, do we have a goalie update?
No, we don't. As of now, it's just showing still Lehner and Markstrom. Here's the thing with that one there. I completely get that the right thing, or not the right thing to do, but the overreaction thing to do is to say, hey, good time to start, put Fleury in net off that loss with Lehner in net. You can't do that because it sends the team. I think it sends the team absolutely the wrong message. Lehner has been absolutely fantastic in the playoffs. You got to keep him in there. If they were to lose this game, then you could look at for game 4, you bring in Fleury, but you bring in Fleury in number 1, and they lose the game. Yeah. Now you have 2 goalies that lost their last start, and what do? As a coach, you take control. You keep Lehner in there, and the team just bounces back. I think they just thought they were going to roll over Vancouver. This is a very good skating team. They'll be a very good team in the years to come. Well, you just plug up that neutral zone like you did last year's playoffs and you did in the last series, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. So, Andrew, I like Vegas in regulation. I like the over. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I can't talk anybody off it. I think that would definitely be the best way to go, would be to go the regulation route. At the same time, though, I think that I'm never the kind of guy that likes to talk about value, but if you liked Vancouver at all in this series, and you liked how they played in their previous game, I wouldn't be talking anybody off their side, if that makes any sense. Prez, just based off the value we're getting with them. I mean, based off the performance that we saw from Vancouver, and now all of a sudden we're seeing a massive price here with Vegas. Do they deserve that price? I think that's the biggest question we have to ask ourselves is, and it sounds like for you, they're going to win, but I don't think they deserve that price. So that's why I'm on the regulation boat with you as well. I feel like it's just been wash, rinse, repeat with me with the over with the Vegas Golden Knights, and I think it just simply comes down to no matter what pace of play we see either early on or late in the game, we're seeing a breakout in goals at some point, and that's really all that I've really enjoyed to see. I really do think that this game could actually start fast and finish slow, so I'm actually on the first period over in this one, just because the mentality with that one that's completely different with the Islanders. I feel like the Islanders and Philly, I mean, first of all, there's top players for Philly just can't score, and those 2 teams, that's how they play. But I think these teams are going to come out flying and then realize that they both have to, kind of pack it in and play better defensively in order to protect their leads. So that's kind of where I'm looking as far as that goes. As far as goal scoring props, guys, it's gone really well for me on the show. I haven't really been able to recap, but before I went for the surgery, I hit Andre Palat plus 300 on the Tampa Bay game, and I'm going to try and roll with another decent one here again. I've got Shea Theodore plus 325 to score in this game for the Vegas Golden Knights, and I also have JT Miller plus 250 anytime goal scorer.
And JT Miller, and remember when they picked him up? Boy, Vancouver fans didn't want him. Guys, let's get back to the oil. Davy Jones, Astroglide. It's got a heat sting to it. A lot of women do not like Astroglide. I certainly don't like it, so I am not with you on the Astroglide. My suggestion to all of you people, because I care deeply about your sex life, fuck water. By far the best. by far. Like
a water bed?
No, it's actually called fuck water. It's a thing. You go to the store, it's actually called, that's the name of it. I'm not swearing.
Okay.
I'm not like fuck water. It's fuck water. Anyway, that's my suggestion to all of you. And as far as the gentleman, Adonis Iverson, dude, he puts virgin oil on his eczema. Dude, I got a friend who has it really bad, and he uses virgin oil too, and it's really been a life changer for him. So, good.
Prez, have you ever tried grapeseed oil?
Great. Is that good too?
Google it.
Okay, well, there you go. Grapeseed oil.
I'll tell you, if we're giving grooming advice, you have to try goat's cream. That is the best smelling, best
What do you
cream.
use goat's cream for?
It smells amazing. Just go to your local store, supermarket.
Am I supposed to drink it? Like, what are we talking about?
I heard it smells bad.
Oh, funny guy. So in keeping with our little motif we've got going, Carm, I want to congratulate you. Private congratulations in a public setting. It seems that there's a guy here. I'm trying to find his post. Anderson. You popped his cherry, Carm. How was it?
I'm just noticing it for the first time, but he I used the word jumped. He jumped on board my hockey. I think it was
jumped on board while popping his cherry. That's good punning.
Yes. I was just on. This is at the same time I started talking up St. Louis, but went on an insane run, and I think for the month of December, I was 21-2 overall in that month in hockey. So made a ton of money, not only for my clients, but obviously for myself as well too. So that was awesome. I did not give during my whole diatribe about this game or whatever. I did not say, but I do like what Andrew echoed there. The first period over in this game, the Knights and Canucks game. I like the over 1.5. I think it is gonna be a fast-paced first period, and we could see some goals. So over 1.5, and there's not a lot of juice in that. Where you would normally see 160s in games where the total is like 6. It's like 130, 135, so it's not bad.
Not bad at all. And by the way, Anderson does remember having his cherry popped, and he said it was great. So, kudos for you, Carm. Some would call it.
I really didn't think that Prez on the weekend could be any more goofy, but I like weekend.
No, I got to tell you,
I like it. I like that.
The greatest line in here is from Scott Lafredo right now. He writes, "Too bad Dave missed this exchange." Could you imagine Dave sitting? Will you shut up already and get back to hockey? Nobody wants to hear your take on oils. Oh my God, it's brilliant. Thank goodness it's not Sunday. This weekend show are rated NC-17. Liquefied natural gas. Oh my God, I love you guys. Remember everybody, I got a play tonight. Carm's got 2 plays. Andrew, you got a NHL play for the customers?
Yeah, it's on the Vegas game, and then I just have a 2-pack of NBA games and then UFC.
And check out our 6 p.m. UFC show. It is live. Chances with Dave, less lube, more pucking. Awesome line. Oh, and hey, guys, I've been looking into our swag shop. I've found a fulfillment place. We are 100% going to be putting that together, so stay tuned. Any quick takes on tomorrow's games? Well, we're going to do that right now, mixed by post.
Just before you go there, I just want to say, the last 3 days, every time I put a bet in, you find out the game has now been postponed, even though it was up there and they postponed it. So I'm like, all right, Saturday morning, let's get this going. Big weekend of betting. I really liked in the final of the women's, the WTA, the Cincinnati tournament, Victoria Azarenko, and she was like plus 185 today. And I turn it on and she's holding the trophy just now. And I'm all excited. I'm like, yeah, I cashed the bet, only to find out it was a walkover. Her opponent pulled out of the finals. Osaka.
Tennis betting
Osaka, right?
Insane.
Yeah, man, Osaka.
Yesterday,
she's got killer hair.
And listen, for any of you guys that love tennis, Nick and I, with Prez as the host, will be doing a tennis show starting next week. We're going to confirm the time. Nick Borman and I are both releasing U.S. Open selections for this tournament. I already have my first 3-pack up at WagerTalk for Monday. But just as much as this hockey one, and the Prez, believe it or not, knows a ton about tennis.
Yeah, I mean, tennis has been one of my sports growing up. And the crazy thing is, my brother is so well connected into the tennis world. He travels around with all the guys. He knows everybody. A couple of years ago, he had Mats Wilander come up to his cottage for 3 days of tennis instructions. Flew down, got taught by Andre Agassi. I mean, tennis is a big thing in my family. And guys, I think we're going to put that tennis show together for Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Let me know if you have room on the show, Prez. Literally, I do tennis all the time. Yesterday, I couldn't believe it. Djokovic was minus 500 going into his match. I got him minus 168, I think, to win the whole tournament. Caught him minus 115 in-game live. He goes right back up to minus 400 and wins the tie break 7-0. So I'm all about the tennis betting as well. I think it's one of the best sports to bet, especially in-game betting. So
I don't know if you guys know this, but tennis is the most bet sport by volume of bets in the entire world. Did you know that, Andrew?
I honestly thought it was soccer.
No, tennis is the single largest volumed bet sport in the world. Dollar-wise, it's like a pimple, but actual bets placed.
A crazy stat that I heard, Prez, last year was at the FanDuel Sportsbook in New Jersey. I think it was 84% of wagers were actually in-game wagers.
Yeah.
None of them were actually that's how strong these days. And I think that's what it is for tennis as well. Like I said, how crazy is that, Prez? Djokovic was minus 500 pre-game, and I got him minus 115 to win the match. I mean, that's why tennis betting is so great. The odds fluctuates like crazy.
Yeah, and these guys make massive comebacks too.
Michael
so guys,
Chang,
check
right?
that out. Talk to Carm about the tennis show. I don't mind if you're on it. We can go 4 ways. Carm is handling it. I'm hosting it. So, guys, check that out. What did might throw a future on Timo for the EPL?
Yeah, I'm talking with one of the guys in the chat. EPL soccer starts in 2 weeks' time. I'm really excited about that. Brand new season of EPL soccer, and Prez, brand new season of stoppage time and live in-game betting, which I'll be doing on Saturdays, and giving out EPL jerseys this year. So for those of you guys who love these live shows on Saturday, we do a live betting show, give away some merchandise, and we'll probably get some stoppage time jerseys made.
There you go. Okay, boys, let's talk Colorado, Dallas. Colorado minus 135. Dallas at plus 115. Over and under 5.5. I go straight to the over. I also like Colorado, and I also like them in regulation, Carm. And you're getting some really good money there. So that's sort of my take. As you know, I never provide analysis. I'm just a host. And I'm looking very old today, by the way. I shouldn't. I shaved. Anyway, go ahead, Carm.
The same way. Listen, this Avalanche team, just they're going to be a very good team for years to come. If they have an Achilles heel right now, it's likely their goaltending. With Grubauer injured and Francouz in there. I still like Francouz. Not a lot of people in the hockey world, as far as like media, and you listen to some of these hockey shows, and they're like, well, we don't think Francouz can do it. No one thought Binnington could do it. And if the team rallies around you, and Colorado has a team that can rally in Game 3, they'll get it done. I think they'll get it done. You can get plus 105 on them in regulation time. I just like this Colorado team. They can score, which is what you're going to need. They can play defense, although it doesn't seem like it through the first couple of games where they sort of fell apart. Stay out of the box against this Dallas Stars team, beat them 5-on-5, and if they win Game 4, they're right back to where they were. It's a 3-game series, and they're in total control here. So for me, it's pretty straightforward. Regulation time plus 105 on the Avalanche.
Andrew, before we get to your take, I got to make a comment here. Firstly, Mixed by Post, freaking hilarious. Jeff Lee, although your message was deleted, I did see it, and I'm going to tell you, he wrote, so it didn't need to be deleted. Whoever deleted his message, it was a totally reasonable message. Like, he wrote that I look like Epstein. And I know he means Jeffrey Epstein, because firstly, when I'm straight on and shaven, I see it and agree. Secondly, some of my friends see it too, especially post edibles where I'm sitting like this for about 2 hours. And thirdly, I could look like the guy. That doesn't mean I am the guy. And I know you didn't say I am the guy, which is why the message did not have to be deleted. I don't find it an insult. Most of us Jews have a similar, Egyptian, manly, alpha male kind of a look. So, okay. I'm okay with that, but I am having a bad hair day today. Normally it's up a little. Now it's a big mess. Profile shot if you want to see if I really look like him. Okay, Andrew, Colorado, what's up? I don't know what's going on with the sound here. Oh, no. We're having sound issues. Carm, type in the posting form. We're having sound issues. I don't know why we're having sound issues. It should go away any second. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but yes, Johnny Outlaw, of course I can take him as well as I give him. Anybody who can't take him as well as they give him should not ever be giving him. Carm, is our volume back? No. Ay. Yeah, it's the internet, and it's on my end right now. It's not actually Andrew's fault. Just tell him to bear with us. It'll go away in 2 seconds, and we'll finish this show. Andrew, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, your volume is perfect. Okay, we're back.
Go ahead, Andrew.
We're back, guys. Sorry about all of that. No more Epstein talk. Carm, what do you already gave your thoughts, right? Yeah. It's Andrew's turn. Andrew, go.
Well, I just wanted to say that as of yesterday, officially after speaking with Johnny and the crew, I'm officially going to be giving out team total wagers now at WagerTalk.com with my clients in both MLB, NBA, and NHL. And I think that, if you want to get some plus price, you can do that. You can also lay the number with the minus 170. You can do that. I mean, I don't know really what some people like to have as far as how much they're willing to lay or pay a certain price. But with this series, you're going to get some goals. And you might not know which team it's going to be from. But Dallas has consistently had a great start to their games. I think that's the biggest thing we can say. Right now, I think everyone was saying that Colorado would bounce back last game. It took them probably until 5 minutes into the third period to really turn it on. And for them turning it on, it has to be because of their depth. It has to be because of their, late second and some third line players to really get the job done. Hats off to their defensemen. I noticed their defensemen were really jumping into the rush, and that's what they're going to have to do a lot more. I think we have to mention how well Francouz played. If it wasn't for him, you see the amount of dangerous scoring opportunities that Dallas had. He's bailing them out, I think, a lot more than people might think. But I'm taking a half bet with the over 3.5 team total with the Colorado Avalanche at a great plus price. And I'm also taking a half bet with the over 2.5 team total with the Avalanche. And that's like around minus 170. So you can get around, I think it's plus 135, 140 with the over 3.5. and the over 2.5 is -170. So I'm just going to go with the team total here, guys.
There you go, boys. And I've been told by head office, wrap it up. So that's the show. I can't thank you guys enough, honestly, man. It's an honor to do this show. And we're lucky at WagerTalk to have such incredible guests. Guys, we've gone frozen again. Love you all. We'll see you on Monday for more Puck Time. Thank you so much for tuning in.